Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 65, I think it was. Yeah, 65. Lordsy's Fantastical Dungeon. Been a couple weeks. Sorry for the cancellation last week. Holidays and whatnot got in the way. We are going to skip introductions and do a good recap, and then we will get it right into Dungeons and Dragons. So, last couple episodes, you guys spent your time. You've made it back to the prime material plane within the vicinity of Yurndris's home place, and immediate rampage set in. Yurndris is like, I don't give a fuck what you guys are doing, but I'm gonna go avenge my wife and daughter. And you all decided to stay with because you're good people. Found a little makeshift village along the eastern coast of Merconia, where you landed the Lyra, your living ship, and left it. After a brief encounter with one of Yurndris's relatives, who threatened to kill him last time you saw him, you guys were basically hired to do the same job that you were going to do for free anyways. Began your trek up the mountain, all the way up to Beskar, where you met a small encampment of militia who were literally just maintaining the city modified into a fort as some place for people to safely stop for the night on their way down to the coast before escaping these drow that are plaguing the mountains. Well, while there, a young wood elf named Fior came running out of the trees, said that her farmstead had been attacked, most likely by drow, and you decided that that was a good place to start. So you made your way to the farmstead, found the farmstead empty, save for some dried blood and some other things that individuals noticed, but not everybody. And decided to stay there for the night, set a trap. If nothing happened, head back to Beskar and see what's up. You were attacked that night by a bunch of drow. And as the battle was starting to look severely in your favor, reinforcements showed up, including familiar face to Yurndris. Happened to be one of the drow present when his wife and daughter were murdered. They quickly gathered their fallen comrades, as well as the ones not yet fallen, and retreated back into the woods. Godric was able to capture one of the drow, who was then forcefully interrogated.
That's correct.
Not really giving anything, but right before the death blow, he looked at Fennin, and I don't remember exactly what he said, but something along the lines of, "You're a beast and you'll die like one," if I remember correctly. Fennin had taken off in pursuit after them, followed the tracks, ended up losing the tracks at a rocky cliffside, but made a large stone cairn to mark the path and return with everybody else. And he got back right at the end of the interrogations as everybody was kind of huddling up and figuring out what the next steps were. So
Yeah, we did. Rangers got to take some aggression out
yeah, if I
on
missed
the head.
anything there, go ahead and speak up, guys, because it's been like 2 weeks.
Rangers got to take some aggression out on the captive, and we buried him. That's what the X on the map's for.
Yep. But if anybody can think of anything else I missed. Fitz lost his longsword. That was a thing. As he just texted me, he got the rod from Yerndris, which I am currently coding. Just bear with me on that.
Yeah, I mean, this actually works out because this is actually better damage, so.
That did not. All right. Anybody got anything else? Did I miss anything?
Misty got freaked out.
Oh yeah, by the
Interrogation.
interrogation. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little panic attack, but nothing crazy. I mean, maybe, but
Oh, that also have the 1d8 radiant.
For your divine doohicker.
Yeah, for my improved smite or whatever it's called.
Yeah, let me improve divine smite. All right. Let me get that on there, you overpowered son of a. I didn't say that out loud. Was
I
it
didn't hear anything.
1d8? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it would help if I could click the right button. There we go.
Sorry, I was having computer issues earlier, so I wasn't able to get on
Oh, it's okay.
early to check it over.
You did say the long sword, right? That's what you're gonna be using.
The great sword.
Great sword. Oh, well that changes things.
Yep.
So that'll be killing me, Smalls.
Great sword should be 2d6, right?
Yep. 2d6
Okay.
slashing, 2d6 fire, and 1d8 radiant. All off that one device. Okay. I will get the rest of that stuff coded.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
This is just the one I'm going to be using the most.
Sounds good. And just make sure you pay mind to the action economy of that rod. It is a bonus action to press a button.
Okay.
So,
And just to make sure if I understand right, it's a bonus action to speak the word to cause it to combust, right? Or is it just flaming whenever I draw it?
yeah, it's a flame tongue greatsword. So as soon as you push the button, the blade sprouts and it inflames.
Yep.
Let me verify that here.
Because I know on the actual flame tongue you have to speak the command
Oh,
word.
yeah, you do. I thought it was instant, but no, you do have to speak the command word, and it's a bonus action to do both.
Now, just so I understand, can I just leave it as a great sword?
Yeah,
And just
absolutely.
use just hold it in a baldric?
Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that, and I will put this in here again. So I'll just put in a regular greatsword for the rod. That way, if it's not flamed up and you need to use it, you've got it.
Okay.
And 1d.
So now I just need to figure out what Yendris wants for this thing.
There you go. So you've got a great sword from the rod and great sword flame tongue from the rod. So you'll be all set at least for today. But yeah, that's where we left off. So you guys can take it away. Fennin, you just showed up. Well, you witnessed the end of the interrogation where Yundris smashed his head in. Uh, and then he was buried, so you guys are all gathering up now to recap, converse, and plan. It is still the middle of the night. I believe it's like 11:30 or 12 right about now.
What
Well,
does everybody think? Should we take a long rest and then head back in the morning? Or
yeah.
oh wait, we were gonna follow the trail up into the mountains.
I mean, I can take you the way that I found, but probably better to do that in the morning, I'm guessing. Otherwise, we are going to be very exhausted.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think we should long rest first.
So,
Actually, looking over, I think we already had a long rest. Because everybody's healthy. I have no spell slots marked, and I know I use some. That
Yeah,
might be. Might
I
have
think
been.
I think you had determined that 2 weeks ago, and then we were gonna retcon the conversation leading up to it.
Yeah.
so that would
yeah, let's
basically lead
just.
us into the next morning, then, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll
Um,
hunker down, get some rest, and then hunt it down in the morning.
I would just need to then. The only thing I would have done before doing the long rest is I would have resummoned Fluffy Butt.
Yep. I've got him ready right there because I knew it was
Awesome.
coming.
Right. Now he desperately wants a drow to decorate his horn.
Yeah, his war medallion emblems all disappeared when he did. So he is a bear horn for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. Yep. There will be hell to pay for that.
All right. Um, but yeah, you guys take turns doing watch and spend the rest of the night getting the best sleep you can, given the situation. Did anybody else want to do anything else over the evening other than sleep?
I'll squeeze some prey time in like normal, but
Okay. Go ahead
Yeah.
with your
Out of-
D100 for both of you.
Yeah, sorry, give me just a second. Fat man making a snack.
Not a
Thanks.
problem.
Okay.
Nobody else had anything though.
negatory.
Nope.
Okay. Well, with that, it is morning. You all have a breakfast, wake up, and set out. And you guys are following Fennon's trail from last night, right?
Yep.
All right. Mr. Fennon, I need you to roll me a survival check at advantage. Okay. Not a problem. You guys all set out from the farmstead. The memories of the previous night still fresh on your mind, and start following the trail that Fennon followed the night previously. It takes about an hour or so, but eventually you get to where Fennon left the stone cairn the night before, marking the end of his trail. What would you like to do?
The first thing I would do is let everybody know that this is where I lost them. But I think, check my notes. I think, didn't we establish that I thought they went off in a certain direction?
I believe so. Yeah, because you stopped at the far end of a rocky slope, and you took a look at the terrain, and based off the terrain, the only real path of travel for horse-mounted individuals was northwest along the mountain ridge.
So I would relay that to everybody. And
yeah, so if we look at the world map here, the farmstead was right here, and you're about right here now. So the trail would be northwest along that mountain ridge there.
like going back down into the valley there, or
Yeah.
okay. So I would point that out to the rest of the group, letting them know that I think that this might have been the way that they went, but excuse me, I didn't know for sure. And I'm also going to reiterate to them that, like, this is my first experience with them, so I don't know in regards to hunting them. I don't know their patterns. I don't know if there's any specific signs or anything like that. I just know what I know from last night and from what I'm seeing.
Well, from what we gathered in our interrogation, we obviously determined that these are not your normal drow. So even if you would know how to track one, these ones are unusual anyways. So don't feel bad.
I mean, I guess now that it's daylight, maybe try to see if there's any signs or anything like that in the area. Kind of go down the path a little bit. See if I see anything.
Okay. As you move along the path, everybody who's keeping an eye out and looking can make either investigation, survival, or perception check, whichever you prefer. Pam, you got a lot of background noise coming through.
Pam's lapping up that water, huh?
No, it's Frida. Frida, you're making me look like a thirsty bitch. Stop it.
So you guys start moving down that trail, and you get 200-300 feet, moving real slow, looking for any sign of footprints, broken branches, blood droppings, anything that would indicate something came this direction. And you can't see anything. In fact, Fennin, you notice there is such a lack of sign that something came this way. It rings in your head certain failing beings that have the ability of a spell called Pass Without a Trace. And this is very similar to the moments when you were trying to stalk them through the bush and they did not want to be followed.
Well,
For anybody not familiar with that spell, there's a copy of it.
well, with that in mind, uh, turn to the group and say, you know, at this point, anybody else's guess is as good as mine. I mean, we can. This is where I last saw him come. We can try and set up something here, set up an ambush. It's a mountainside. I would assume that, you know, cover wouldn't be too hard to find. I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's a good amount of bushes and trees and such. It's a forested mountainside. Sparsely
So,
forested, but forested still.